Imagine you have to say sorry to your friend or to your mother or to your wife. It's already difficult. What about having to say sorry to a nation because of what you did during a civil war?
بس عندي إيمان، عندي إيمان مش بعقلي فقط، إيماني بقلبي وبعقلي. طالما إيماني موجود بقلبي وبعقلي، فإذا الله سبحانه وتعالى الذي يحيي العظام وهي رميم ممكن يكون خيي بعده موجود ويرجعه.
There is no official number of people who went missing between 75 and 90. The number that the media and the people talk about is 17,000. But there are many questions around this number because, for example, some families might have reported the missing person in several places.
What's happening in Lebanon that people don't feel there is a relation with something called the state. Because in Lebanon, unfortunately, through the modern history, there is no state. Lebanon is just an idea.
Since 2012, the ICRC has started collecting information as well as saliva samples, or what we call biological reference sample from the families of the missing. We are doing this because we want to facilitate the work for a state-led process which will unveil, hopefully, the fate of the missing people, those who went missing during the civil war. The families never lose hope. They never lose hope. They always think that maybe something will happen. And when the law passed in 2018, it sparked a new wave of hope that maybe this will lead somewhere this time. So we as ICRC, what we do, we cannot do the work of the state. We are helping, we are supporting. We started the process, but our aim is to finally give all these information to a commission that the state will form to actually unveil the fates of these people.
أنه إذا حدا من هالمحاربين، من هالمقاتلين اللي كانوا من هالحزب اللي خطف خيي بسنة ال75، خيي اسمه عدنان محمد وهبي، بس انه انفقد اشخاص كتير من اللي كانوا على النبعة. نحن من بلدنا كان في خيي وفي واحد تاني كمان، بس هيداك قتلوه. خيي ما نعرف اذا كان ميت او طيب، صار المسألة 45 سنة، بس الامل بعده موجود انه خيي يكون حي. وقتها حتى الكتائب اعترفوا انه كانوا يتدربوا وياخذوا باسرائيل وياخذوا مساعدات من اسرائيل، فممكن يكون خيي مسلمينه للإسرائيلية بوقتها، يمكن يكون بعده بالسجون الإسرائيلية، كل شيء ممكن. ما كانش منظم نهائيا، وكانت الأحزاب بوقتها عددها قليل. كان نشاط اجتماعي.
So here is the green line, and the civil war took place in Lebanon between 1975 and 1990. So we are standing here in front of the green line that split Beirut to two Beirutis at that time. To go to war, you should be full of kind of ideology. What they taught us at that time, that we are right and the others are wrong. Unfortunately, Lebanon, there is always like a war or a small war or a crisis every like 15 years, simply because they didn't deal with their memory. Not only the memory of war, even before the war. Like the official history book in the schools for students is stopped at 1943 in Independence Day. They don't say one line about the war that took 15 years. To us, dealing with the memory, it's like actually dealing with the future, meaning you use the let's say, we use our experience of war to tell people. If you want to know about history, don't ask anybody, ask me. I'm the history. I was there in the war.
I see myself now, the one who's wiser, who has seen everything, who knows better. I see myself during the war, the one who was very convinced of his Christian cause. And I see myself, this young boy who was pure, innocent. So yes, I can see these three personalities together, and this maybe makes it easier for me to be able to address now the young people, especially those who are living the way I was living before the war, and are still pure, innocent, but are letting politics invade their life. Any civil war needs justice at the end, needs true reconciliation between the people themselves, not the politicians who shared the cake, We brought some politicians to be in a transitional government. They are still there 30 years, still here 30 years later. So just imagine the situation. And these were people who were leaders during the war. The areas which were underdeveloped during the war and before the war, and which were the source of many troubles and the source or the origin of many people becoming fighters, are still underdeveloped. And this is also one reason, one more reason for the uprising.
The post-war generation, because there is no history and they don't know what happened, some of them actually feel that the war was glory and they want to go back to it.
We are not surprised that when we go to universities, we talk to young people, and we discovered that, especially the generation of universities, they are full of the feeling of hating the other. They really are more sectarian than the normal guys in the street.
We are still living in the fear of each other as a community, as sects. Young kids of 3 years old are brought up against the other party and vice versa. The clan system, It needs time, it needs education, it needs a new type of media. Our media are owned by political parties. So they nourish this fear of the other, and that your leader is the only one who's right. Your station is the only TV station or radio is the only one which tells the truth. Your clergy is the only one who knows and who is in direct contact with God. We are the truth and the others are wrong. Go fix it.